In today's supplement industry, the difference between market leaders and everyone else isn't just product quality or distribution, but who owns the conversation. If your brand isn't creating content, you're leaving millions in revenue and market share on the table, because this is no longer about becoming an influencer or chasing viral moments. Now it's about building a defensible competitive moat through strategic content that positions your brand as the authority in your category. The modern supplement consumer doesn't just buy products, they buy your brand first. Only after it, your product. With 3/4 of the American population consistently using dietary supplements, the market isn't about reaching new users anymore. It's about winning mind share among an educated, discerning audience that demands transparency, science, and authenticity. Consider this: non-pill formats now claim 65% market share, driven by brands that innovate not only on formulation but on storytelling. The leaders in gummies, powders, and functional beverages are winning because they own the narrative around their category. Your brand likely invests millions in R&D, compliance, and quality control. You have proprietary formulations, clinical studies, and customer success stories, yet most of that intellectual property sits in filing cabinets and hard drives instead of building your market presence. Every clinical trial, every formulation breakthrough, every manufacturing innovation is content waiting to happen. But here's what separates market leaders from everyone else: they don't just have the information, they deploy it strategically. And that's why I bring to you the content playbook for serious supplement brands. Number one on the playbook is educational authority content. Transform your scientific expertise into accessible education. When your brand explains bioavailability, synergistic ingredients, or absorption rates to your customer base, you're not just selling, but becoming the trusted source consumers turn to before any purchase decision. Here's an example of how to deploy this strategy. You can do a weekly series breaking down your clinical studies into digestible insights. Not a sales pitch, just genuine education that happens to feature your products as examples. Very natural. Number two in our playbook is transparency as a competitive advantage. In an industry plagued by skepticism, radical transparent becomes your moat. You can document your sourcing trips, show your third-party testing processes, and introduce your formulators, for example. If you can do this, your brand will be building institutional trust. Case in point, brands implementing comprehensive content strategies have seen 43% increases in overall revenue and 59% improvements in conversion rates. Number three in our playbook is category creation through content. The biggest supplement success stories didn't compete in existing categories, but yet they create new ones through content. Whether it's nootropics, adaptogens, or gut-brain axis support, category leaders are content leaders. Number four in our playbook is building direct relationships at scale. While competitors fight for shelf space and Amazon rankings, content-first brands build direct relationships with consumers. Every piece of content is an opportunity to own the customer relationship without intermediaries taking margin and data. Now, some common objections that brands often have and why they are wrong. We don't have time to produce content, for example. You are already creating content, you are creating investor decks, retailer presentations, internal training, stories, just for your own network. The question isn't whether to create content or not, but whether to leverage what you are already producing. Another one, compliance makes it complicated. Your legal constraints are your competitive advantage. While fly-by-night brands make wild claims, your compliant content builds lasting trust. Another one, our customers don't watch videos or social media. Here's the thing, 46% of consumers increased their wellness spending in 2024, with 53% of Gen Z consumers leading this market trend. So there's a huge opportunity here. They are actively seeking information. The only question is whether they will find it from you or from one of your competitors' brands. Now let's talk about the cost of inaction. Every day without a content strategy is a day your competitors build stronger relationships with your customers. In a market where vitamin supplements alone account for 27.7% of market share, differentiation through product alone is increasingly difficult. The brands winning tomorrow's market share are right now telling better stories, building stronger communities, and owning the conversation in their categories. Now, let's talk about your next strategic move. This isn't about adding another marketing tactic to your mix. We are facing the fact that in the information age, the brands that control the narrative control the market. Start with one simple commitment. Document one piece of your expertise every single week. It can be about your product or something else, whether it's your formulation philosophy, your quality standards, your vision for the category's future. Because in an industry built on trust, the brand that educates wins. The infrastructure is simpler than ever. The potential returns have never been higher. The only question is whether you lead the conversation in your category or watch your competitors do it instead. Now it's up to you. If you want to scale your revenue in one of the most efficient channels in the market for supplements today, stay on this channel and you learn how, or you can take a shortcut by clicking the first link in the description. I'll see you later.